So we study the group definition. Let G be a non-empty set together with a binary operation star. Binary operation star is said to be a group if following properties satisfied. Number 1, closure property. That is, for all AB belong to G, we have A star B belong to G. That means if we pick any two element of G and they are operated under the binary operation, whatever may be the binary operation, addition, subtraction, or some other. So after the operation, the result will not go outside G. Number 2, associativity. Associativity property. That is, for all A, B, C belong to G, we have A star B star C or A star B star C. That means they can socialize, the element ABC can socialize, B can be friend of C, then they can friend of A. Either AB can be friend first, then they can be friend of C. Number 3, identity. Identity. That is, for all A belong to G, there exists some E in G. Identity is denoted by E such that A star E equal to A or E star A. That means one element will exist there which we denote by E, identity we call it, and if it is operated with any element of G, we get the same result either from the left side or the right side, it will not change. Number 4, inverse. That is, what is the meaning of inverse? For all A belong to G, there exists some B, a different element B in G such that A star B equal to identity. That means if B is operated with A, we get the identity. This is also equal to this. Then either this definition and we denote, then the pair is what? G, and the binary operation is group. And one more thing, if phi property, that is we call commutativity, that is for all two element AB of G, we have A star B equal to B star A. If they can commute, they can interchange, then G star is called abelian group. That means to a simple group, if commutativity is added, the fifth property, then it becomes abelian. So here the important thing we have to be attentive about, G is always non-empty. Set can be empty, but G is always, we take non-empty. And one binary operation, star. What is binary operation? Binary operation in general, binary operation means, in a language way, we can say work done on two things. Bind is the word come from bini means two, operation is the work. So in mathematics we denote the binary operation star is a mapping from the G cross G into G. That means phi will carry a pair of element AB of G cross G into some into G, or it is assigned to some single element of G. This is our binary operation definition. Like addition is the binary operation, because you see, if we add two elements, suppose I add 5 and 7, then what happen? We get a element 12. That is the single element. That means we add two elements. If the binary operation addition, then we assign the two element, the sum of two element A and B equal to another element, that is 12. So this is the definition. Now we see the example. So first we need to memorize the 5 things. What are these 5 things? One is G is non-empty. 2 is closure property. 3 is associative. Associate is made of is, it is the root word is socio. Actually the root word is socio. It is the Latin word which means isosceles. Socio means isosceles. And when S is added, then it becomes two socialize. So two socialize, and the fourth one is the identity, and the fifth one is the inverse. So these 5 things we have to check. So we check the example, like a small example I take. Example, let G contains 1, the operation is multiplication, and the elements of G are 1 minus 1. Then we check, obviously the first one, it is non-empty. Now we check the closure. So the closure means if we operate these two elements, anyhow we operate, the result will not be different from these two elements. Like I multiply 1 by 1, I get 1. I multiply 1 with minus 1, I get minus 1. If I multiply minus 1 with minus 1, I get 1. So anyhow I multiply, I get the result. So this we can use so that the mess will not happen. We use the Cayley table. Our operation 1 minus 1 and 1 multiply 1, I get 1, and 1 multiply to minus 1, I get minus 1. Minus 1 is multiply with 1, I get this, minus 1 this. So you see, anyhow we multiply these two elements with each other, the result is always 1 minus 1 or minus 1 1. That means the result will always fall in G, it will not go beyond the given set G. Now we check the associativity. Associativity. So simply, if I multiply again here, that means if I multiply like this is 1, or if I multiply like this, still result is 1. So any other element, if I take minus 1, suppose 1 cross 1, I get minus 1, and if 1 cross 1 is multiplied from the right side, then also minus 1. So the rest of the part also you can check, it will be associative. This is second, and this is the third condition. The third condition we check identity. Identity means the element which is multiplied to any element and result will not be different. So here you see 1 is the identity element. If it is multiplied to any element, we get the same result. So identity is 1. Identity is 1. Now come to the 4. We check the inverse. That means for A there exists B. That means if they are taken together, operated, we get identity. So if I multiply 1 with 1, definitely I get 1. So inverse of 1 is itself. So here inverse, that means inverse of minus 1 is 1, and inverse of minus 1 is minus 1. So only there are two elements, so inverse of 1 is 1 and inverse of minus 1 is minus 1. That means minus 1 if multiplied to itself we get 1, and 1 is multiplied to itself, then actually our result was A cross B is equal to identity. This was the definition for inverse. So here you check 1 multiplied to 1 we get 1, minus 1 multiplied to minus 1 we get 1. So inverse of 1 is 1 itself, inverse of minus 1 is minus 1 itself. So this is one example. Again one more example we check. I hope you will get the idea. Suppose I extend this set iota minus iota and iota square is equal to minus 1. So simply the closure property we use the Cayley table. Here is our operation 1 minus 1 iota minus iota, 1 minus 1 iota minus iota. So 1 is multiplied to any element, definitely we get the same elements. Now if minus 1 is multiplied, then this is minus 1, this is 1, this is minus iota, this is plus iota. If iota is multiplied, then this is iota, iota multiplied with minus 1 minus iota, iota is iota square, that is equal to minus 1, iota is minus, that means it is minus iota square, that will become 1. Similarly minus iota and this is plus iota, this is 1 and this is again minus minus plus and then iota square, that is equal to. So you see the result after the operation, all element fall in the set, no element go out, so it is closure. Similarly associative, I can multiply from the left side, I get the same result. For example, let A, B, C are 1 iota minus iota, then 1 into iota into minus iota equal to, this is 1, it will not change, so iota minus iota is minus 1, no, this is plus 1, this is plus 1 and 1 into iota into minus iota, again this is iota multiplied minus iota is equal to 1. So it is the same. Third, identity. You see 1 is multiplied to any element, we get the same element. Identity is 1 and fourth one is the inverse. So inverse we can find out from this Cayley table. Inverse of, that means inverse of 1 is 1, that means when 1 is multiplied to 1 we get 1, and inverse of minus 1 is when we get 1. So here is 1, here is 1, here is 1 and here is 1. So obviously when minus 1, inverse of minus 1 is minus 1 and inverse of iota is, and inverse of iota is minus iota, inverse of minus iota, that is minus iota inverse is when iota 1 come when minus 1 is multiplied to this, or vice versa. You can see all the properties satisfied. So hence we can say G is group. Again, one more example. Let G, and our operation is now addition, and G is set containing 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So you check. Obviously, number one, the closure. If I take any two element, then if I add them, because our operation is addition, we get the element in the G. For all A, B belong to G, we have A plus B in G. Now the second, obviously associative, for all A, B, C belong to G, we have A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. You can take specific value of A, B, like if you take A is 2, B is 3 and C is 4, then it is 9, and this way also 9. Now the third property, identity. So in case of our operation is addition, what is identity? Identity is 0. That means what we add in 2, we get 2. So in 2 what we get? We add 0, then we get 2. So identity is 0 and which does not belong to G. Similarly, the fourth property, inverse. For X belong to G, minus X is inverse, and see, if we take 3, then minus 3 is the inverse. That is, for X is equal to 3, minus 3 is inverse, and minus 3 does not belong to G. So G is not group. G is